That's a fair point. You mentioned Bivol and Canelo earlier. How surprised on a scale of 1 to 10 were you by the result?
You know, I think I just went with everybody else. People ask me how I know Canelo because I've seen Bivol, and I once saw him years ago in Russia. I had Bob Ajasev fighting over there. Me and Galahad was in a gym, and Bivol was in the bag. He says, "What weight do you think he is?" I went, "Maybe light middleweight, middle." He went, "No, he's light heavyweight. He's quite good." You know, Barry's up on the fighters. I watched him. I thought he's not bad, but he boxed. I think he boxed for the world title on that bill, and he came out of the blocks fast. He had the guy down in the 6th and the 8th, and then kind of faded in the last 4 rounds. And you know, he's obviously been winning. He beat Craig Richards on points and other fighters. He also beat the guy who beat Bob Ajasev that night.
Was it Salamov?
Sorry?
Salamov?
Yeah, Salamov. He was a tough guy. So he kind of, I think for Bivol, I think obviously Canelo brought the best out in him.
So yeah, you were saying just before we got cut off that Bivol raised his game for Canelo.
Yeah, he raised his game. And like I say, you think that Canelo kind of dined out a little bit on Kovalev, was way past his best. It was a light heavyweight. I think in his prime, Kovalev would have given him a different fight. And maybe they got carried away, and maybe Reynoso, training other fighters like Valdez, kind of took his eye off the ball. You know, and the saying is a good big and will always beat a good little one. And, you know, it just shows you people were raving about Canelo. Look, he's a good fighter. He has boxed everybody. And unfortunately, Bivol won't get the credit. He won't become the pound for pound because he beat Canelo, but realistically, he should. And that's how boxing happens sometimes, whether somebody's taken their eye off the ball or they've got overconfident or whatever it is, I don't know. But, you know, he got beat. I've always said, you know, Canelo's not what everybody's making him out to be. He's very, very good. Very, very good. But he's not on the Mayweather level, you know what I mean, where Mayweather will adapt and beat anybody. So, you know, fair play to Bivol. He's done great, and it keeps it interesting. Obviously, I think Canelo's going to still be world champion, isn't he? So, it'll see what that's done to his confidence or whatever. So yeah, so it keeps it interesting. It shakes up a little bit, and you know, let's see how it affects Canelo. I mean, I still don't see any reason why if he was going to fight Golovkin, he can't, because you know, maybe you can tell me, but you know, Golovkin isn't the fighter he was. I think he's still got his punch power. He's still got his boxing ability. I think he has slowed down a lot, and he's getting hit with a lot more shots. He did a great job on Murata, but obviously Golovkin's now 40 odd years old, so he's still a good fight. So makes you wonder why people say you can't fight him.
Well, he's still the undisputed champion at super middleweight, isn't he?
Exactly.
So every reason. Yeah. But I think his pride kind of makes him want an immediate rematch with Bivol, which may not be the most sensible option.
I don't think so, because I don't think there's anything he could have done. If he was going to do anything, it would have been, you know, he would have done it then. You know, what's he done? Underestimated him? Not, you know, why would you underestimate somebody like, you know, at Canelo's level? At Canelo's level, why would you ever underestimate anybody? But if you look at back over time, it's like Cole Frutchen. I underestimated George Groves because I sparred him a few times. I didn't do my normal thing. Once you get to that level of being a top level fighter, you can't underestimate anybody. You know, and I think that's probably where Mayweather came in. No matter what level he boxed at or whatever guys he boxed, he always addressed each fight as if he was going to get beat. And that's the thing. You can never get complacent when you're champion.